Is there a different type of standards when it comes to the quarterbacks in the NFL, especially during the draft, with Shedeur Sanders and Fernando Mendoza? It's been reported that Mendoza says he will not be participating in the combine in this upcoming week. Reported by Adam Schefter, as you see right there on the screen, projected #1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza will not throw at the combine this week. Per sources, he will throw at the Indiana Pro Bowl on April the 1st, when the school have multiple pass catchers that Mendoza want to help showcase. The same thing that happened last year with Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders refused to go to the combine because he wanted to throw to his wide receiver to showcase their talents along with his. Jenna Horn Jr., LaJohntay Webster, Will Shepard, and also Travis Hunter. So, why is the double standard is going on right here, or is it me? Do you think it's double standards? Put it down in the comment section and let me see what you had to say. But also, you got to remember, they put Shedeur Sanders down in that draft because of that, to the 144th pick, because they say he think he's entitled. Those are the kind of stories that were coming out on Shedeur Sanders when he refused to participate in the NFL Combine. They thought it was a slap to their face, but guess what? Mendoza is doing the same thing, and you don't hear a word. They congratulating him, saying that's a good move from him. But it's been reported that Ryan Clark, this been reported by Adam Ferreira. I don't know if this is a true person over there on X or not, but I'm going to read what he said. He said Ryan Clark offered his thought on Mendoza not throwing in this year's combine. Well, we saw what happened when a black man did not last year. Let's see what happened when a white man does it. That's been reported. Now, I don't know if that's true. Hey, I'm just reporting what I saw, and that's what he said right there. But Bruce Feynman said this right here in his Sunday read. Inside the remaking of Fernando Mendoza, the inspiring journey for a two-star recruit to the project first pick of the NFL draft. Nasty work. Nasty work. And his new head coach, Clint Kubiak. Mendoza has a bright future. I look forward to getting to know him. That double standard. They drug Shedeur Sanders all year, and they still doing it. They are still dragging Shedeur right now. And it come from, just like y'all said, the NFL owners colluded against Shedeur Sanders because of the NFL Combine. He didn't participate, and some of the things that Shedeur said doing along the way. And some of the things Coach Prime said also. It is what it is. Let's keep it real. But I'm just trying to show you there's looked like a double standard going on between the Indiana quarterback and Shedeur Sanders when he was the Colorado quarterback. If you look at their stats, if you look at Shedeur Sanders' stats from last year, and you look at Mendoza's stats from last year in college, not even close. It's not even close, family. It's not even close. Shedeur Sanders outdid him 2 times. 2 times. But he won the Heisman Trophy. Mendoza. Shedeur got picked at the 144th pick. Don't make sense, family. It just don't make sense. Once again, double standards. Double standards is going on in the NFL. Well, I got to move on, all right? I'm finna get ready to go to my TV screen, right? And Shedeur Sanders need a #1 wide receiver. I can't say that enough. I'm going to say that every time I come on. You might get tired of Shedeur Sanders needs a #1 wide receiver, and we finna talk about it, all right? All right? Okay, let's go to the board and talk about it. Okay, we're back. Hey, once again, Shedeur Sanders needs a #1 wide receiver. whether it's through free agents or during the draft. But when it comes to this draft, there are some wide receivers in this class that can help the Cleveland Browns get to the next stage of their franchise. And when you look at the number one prospect for his wide receivers, his name is Cornell Tate. Cornell Tate is a wide receiver from the U, the big U, Ohio State U. This dude caught 51 passes, 875 yards with a total of 9 TDs. Now, he's 6'1", 195 pounds. He's smooth as silk. He's smooth. He's so smooth when you turn your pillow over, it's cool. Hey, Cornell Tate will route you up. You hear me? This dude come out the line of scrimmage, as you see right there. Man can put them moves on you. Huh? One thing you want about a wide receiver, can he get off the line of scrimmage in press coverage? Can he catch the ball in traffic? Cornell Tate can do that job. This is one of the wide receivers that can go good with Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns offense this year, if they choose to go that route. Now, the question is, Cleveland Browns will be drafting in that number 6 spot. Will Cornell Tate be there at that number 6? Because you have 5 teams above them in this upcoming draft. Just in case Cornell Tate is not there, the second best wide receiver on this room, it is none other than Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson is a former wide receiver of the Colorado football team. He transferred to Arizona State when Coach Prime first got there. He went to Arizona State. He suffered an injury with his collarbone. I think he broke his collarbone. Well, the next year, this past year, he had trouble with his leg. Now, the problem with Jordan Tyson, he stayed injury prone. But we got the combines up this week. If he go through the combines and go through his physical exam and medical records, they gonna dig deep down in his medical history and put that knee to a test because he's had surgery on it. He tore his ACL. If he passed that, oh, he's a go-getter. He's a number 1 wide receiver for somebody in this draft. And it could be Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. I would love to see Jordan Tyson as the number 1 wide receiver with Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns next year. Coach Brown went on the record and said, hey, anybody need a good wide receiver? Jordan Tyson is that dude. He's that dude. He's the one. He can catch the ball at a high radius, at his high point. He can get off the line of scrimmage. He's a good route runner. This dude is a dynamite. And I would love to see him on Cleveland Browns football team this upcoming season. It's on you, Andrew Berry. It's on you. Now, the next wide receiver is Mekhi Lemons. Mekhi Lemons, he don't have the height, right? He don't have the height. He's 5'11". He's right at 195 pounds. But this dude here, y'all, in that slot position, yeah, he's shifting. He can get up out of there. He's the one that can do that thing to you. He can put them moves on you now. And he has strong hands. He can catch the ball in traffic. He can catch the ball in traffic, which is a good key. And he just can get off that line of scrimmage. Anytime you can catch a wide receiver that can get off the line of scrimmage and catch the ball in traffic, catch the ball at his highest point, he's going to be a good wide receiver. And he just does that for me. He does that. When you look at his number at USC, he caught 79 passes, almost 1,200 yards, exactly 1,156 yards, and 11 touchdowns. 11 touchdowns. 11 touchdowns. That boy was a baller. Now, Jordan Tyson, I forgot to give you his stats for last year. He only played in 9 games because he was injured once again. But during those 9 games out of 12, 61 catches, 711 yards, and 9 TDs. But he missed the last 3 games of the season. I'm telling you, these are the top 3 wide receivers in this upcoming draft that the Cleveland Browns they should come at least with one of them. Just in case they don't come with one of these 3 wide receivers for Shedeur Sanders, there's another one, and his name is Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston is from Washington College, right? The Washington Huskies. The key thing about him, his measurements. He's 6'4", 210 pounds. He caught 62 passes, 881 yards, and 11 TDs. 11 TDs. Now, I'm not saying they need to draft him at number 6 because I don't think he's a top 6 draft pick in the draft, right? Now, and later on in the draft, because the Cleveland Browns have 10 draft picks during this draft, they can add him on later on. But it's just his measurement. 6'4". See, the Cleveland Browns don't have that in a wide receiver. 6'4". They can catch the ball at its highest rating. When you look at the Cleveland Browns wide receiver room, Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, Isaiah Bond, and Harold Fanning, and he's a tight end, right? That's what Shedeur was working with last year. But if they can add one or maybe 2 of these guys to their offense this upcoming year and find them a number 1 wide receiver in free agent, Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns is going to cook. You hear me? They go cook. Shedeur Sanders will set all kind of records if they get that wide receiver room fixed with one of those wide receivers. And you still got to fix that offensive line. Andrew Berry got to do that during free agent. He can't rely on the draft to fix an offensive line. Now, he can get some young guys, but he got to stabilize that offensive line with some veterans. Go and see which team got some good bag-up players on the offensive line. Not too many teams going to let you get their starting offensive line, but look and see who their bag-ups are. Maybe you can build an offensive line like that because you got a new offensive line coach, George. He's supposed to be a good offensive line coach that coming over with Todd Monken to be a good addition for the Cleveland Browns this year. So maybe you can go that route. But I'm here to tell you right now, Shedeur Sanders, oh yeah, he need a number 1 wide receiver. And just in case they don't find a wide receiver 1, if they go with, let's say they go with Micah Lemons, the short wide receiver, right? Later on, a undrafted free agent wide receiver they can look at, Sincere Brown of the Colorado football team. Undrafted, don't cost you no draft picks. He's 6'5", he's 195 pounds. It's been reported he can run a 4.3. That's your big target right there for Shedeur Sanders. I would love to see that. If they go get another wide receiver in the draft that can play that slot, you can slide Sincere Brown on the outside, and then you can still have Jerry Jeudy. That's my take when it comes down to the Cleveland Browns addressing the wide receiver position for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns coming up in 2026. Well, hey, I hope you enjoyed this part of my broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk. We'll be watching. Until later on, got a live show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Come on back. We're going to finish this conversation. All right? I got one of the best chat rooms on YouTube. Will you be my guest? I look forward to seeing you there. All right? Peace.